All right, gentlemen, welcome to the first ever weekly announcement here inside of Actualize, a new video series that we will be releasing once a week at the start of the week, letting you know what is happening inside of Actualize and keeping you up to date and informed on all things Actualize. Now, the purpose of these weekly announcements are, yes, to keep you in the loop, but also to help you understand how to be making the most out of the community here inside of Actualize, along with some fun other things. And so, to dive into it, yes, we're starting the weekly announcements. We just went over that. The next piece is the sports survey and mastermind survey has been sent out. There's been some great responses so far. So thank you for filling that out. And if I just were to open this, it's going to be inside announcements. And if you just go to the latest announcement here, first the survey, sports survey, you can click and complete that there. It's just a few questions. In here, we're just basically asking you what you would love to come out and play recreationally. Okay, are there any other sports that you would like to see? And then, is there any interest in your end to actually join a organized sports league in which Actualize is considering setting up a team? How often would you realistically want to participate in any kind of sport? And then if you would be interested in helping organize a team or regular sport meetup, so that could be, just helping once a month, setting up, a pickup basketball game or a soccer game, etc. And then where do you live? How far would you be willing to drive for games? And then just what's your name so we know who is filling this out. That is it on the sports survey. In terms of the topical mastermind, something important here is when you go to RSVP to this, okay? So the topical mastermind, it's once a month, and the goal of it is to help you go deep on tackling the most important goals, challenges, or themes in your life this month, okay? Now, how it works is you're going to RSVP to this event. However, you will then get a message from Actualize AI in which it's going to thank you for RSVPing, and then you need to fill out this survey here in which you're going to answer some more questions that allows us to get an understanding of what you're looking for out of this mastermind. And then we're going to do our job on pairing you up with other guys that are looking to have conversation around the same thing. We will limit the groups to probably no more than 4 to 5 guys, depending on the theme and the interest. So go ahead, fill that out if you're interested. If you're watching this and you've already RSVP'd and you haven't filled that out, then I suggest you go ahead and look for that message and fill that out. So that is the Mastermind survey and sports survey. The biggest month of new signups with 31 new candidates currently in the evaluation for Actualize as a result of this past month. So first and foremost, welcome to all of the new guys. Again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Cam Russell. I am one of the leaders inside of Actualize and the founder about 3 years ago, in which I'm joined alongside Tico now as a partner, and we've been running this ship now for the last 6 or 7 months. It's been a ton of fun, but nonetheless, welcome to the 31 guys. So that's the biggest new intake we've had since launching the community and the offer publicly back at the start of June. And so we're very excited to see where this goes come September, with a ton of more momentum and a lot more feedback on what you guys are looking for. So that's great. Now, for all the active members, please reach out, welcome them, check their profile, see how you can help them out. Again, as a reminder, all candidates will have a candidate badge on their profile so you can easily see if they're in the evaluation period or if you're an active member. So those are updates in terms of events. We got lots of events. This is the busiest month we've had so far with events, which is super, super exciting. And that being said, first and foremost, we just released 2 really cool events. Let's open these up. So we have our Mentor Mastermind that just got released for October. So the Mentor Mastermind is a monthly event where we bring in an expert coach, or even have, in this case, one of our own, step up to the plate and facilitate a mastermind around key topics in which you can join in talk to the mentors specifically, ask Q&As, and also facilitate great conversation. So this next month is developing polarizing relationships with our very own Mr. Tico. And so the details of this, what we're really trying to do here is helping you have better relationships and have a better dating life in all aspects by showing up for yourself first and foremost. And we're going to be drawing on some wisdom from The Way of the Superior Man by David Dieta, Models by Mark Manson, and Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny program, amongst our own experience and Tico's experience, who, as you can see, he's a loving boyfriend. So this is going to be really good. We've already been getting some good feedback here. We got 12 of you already locked in, which is amazing. So go ahead, RSVP to this if you haven't already done so. This one is going to be a really, really powerful one. And depending on the feedback, we will make some sort of recurring conversation around relationships, because I know a lot of you guys, that's where you're at in your stage of life, myself included, recently single. And for that, check out the dating and relationships tab to start posting anytime you guys have questions about dating, about relationships, about understanding yourself, about understanding women. We're going to be firing this new space up that we recently opened after the Mastermind. Next up is Othership Social. So this is something that we've done in the past. We're going to start making this on a more frequent basis. Probably every 4 to 6 weeks we'll be running one of these. This one in particular, we are doing it the day of the High Rocks race. So if anyone is interested in both coming out to support any of the Actualized athletes that myself and Tico and a number of other guys are going to be at, you can get a spectator pass and come out and watch the boys hit High Rocks. Or you can come join us at 7:30 p.m. on Friday for Othership. If you are not familiar with Othership, it is a sauna cold plunge place downtown Toronto. Tons of fun, amazing energy. We'll have a good time, and then we'll probably move on over to Impact Kitchen for some eats if you guys want to keep jamming out on Friday. And there's also a social that will happen after 7:30 that you can continue on at Othership if you're looking to meet some people. So those are what just got released. Next up is this week, we got some cool events going on. Calling Party. So this is being hosted by Cole Richardson and Jake. So this is very much just an open space on office hours where you guys can be held accountable to one another to go and do sales activities. If you typically put off sales, whether you're, your role of sales, whether you're a founder that still needs to do your own sales, whatever that is, this is an opportunity to literally jump on the call, be held accountable, help one another out, listen to people's calls, etc. This is very much an open invite, take it or leave it, but this is your opportunity to stay accountable and get the dials in, get the outbound messages in, the DMs, whatever you might be doing. That will be happening on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Next up, we have the Sales Mastery Mentor Mastermind. So this is the first ever mastermind, which I am super, super stoked about, and very blessed that Cole and Scott, some absolute legends in the remote high ticket space, have decided to come on and educate us. And so there should be way more than 11 guys in here. Every single one of you guys should be on this call, because whether you're in sales directly or you want to improve your communication skills and how to see yourself in a conversation, this is going to be a very powerful very powerful mastermind, and they're going to go deep on a lot of stuff. I was already talking to them, and I was so excited to hear how they're talking about things, which is literally through the lens of self-actualization. And so you're going to get a ton from this. Very aligned. These guys are absolute legends. Excited to have them on board. So make sure you RSVP to that, block it off, get on the call. I want to see you guys all there. Last but not least for this week is we are kicking off the public speaking quest. Again, 4 attendees. I know a ton of you guys have mentioned to me you'd be interested in joining this. And so I want to see more attendees on this. This is a 30-day or 4-week challenge, with each week having a new challenge or a new set of assignments, I should say, in which you have to complete. And we will be dropping those inside of the assignments tab here. So you'll learn more about these shortly once we get in. And the group chat will also be up for grabs once you RSVP. So go ahead into the upcoming quests, You're going to RSVP, and then you'll unlock the group chat and the assignment. Inside there, you'll get access to everything you need, in which we're kicking things off on Thursday for the public speaking quest. Then this month, some other pieces. We already talked about the monthly topical mastermind. The Actualize annual camping trip is coming up in 2 weeks, starting on September 12th. Good group of guys coming out there. We got 13 attendees. There's a few more spots. I think we're going to cap it at 16. So if you're interested in coming, you might as well get in an RSVP. Basically how it works is you buy this 50-cent ticket, and then you are going to send us the rest of the money. I forget where it was. But reach out to Tico, and he will get you locked in. Oh, yeah, right. You go on here and pay 50 cents, and you're going to send the rest of the money to Tico for the payment. That's going to be a ton of fun. Great way to close out the summer. The next thing is there is 2 or 3 spots left. I forget how many. Not that many spots left for the retreat, which is going to be incredible. Okay, 5-day retreat. It's a co-work style retreat, so we're going to have tons of fun. Do some activities like mountain biking, like hiking. We're going to be doing some small group masterminds. There's sonic cold plunge at the place. Okay, beautiful spot here. And on top of that, you're going to have tons of time each day to get some work in. So if you're worried about taking that much time off, you will still be able to work. So get in there. Last couple spots are still available before it becomes full. And of course, plane tickets go up, et cetera, et cetera. That is on the 23rd to the 27th. And last but not least, for this month, we have the dinner on the 17th. This is going to be an absolute banger. We got 20 attendees coming out for the dinner, which is going to be amazing. Again, any members, you are more than welcome to come. You just buy your ticket there. That covers your dinner, literally just covers the cost. We're not taking any profit off that. We just do the logistics and cover everyone's bill ahead of time. So that is that. Member Spotlight. Leandre's open letter to new Actualizers. I woke up and I got fired up on this. This was 5 hours ago, which I absolutely love. So take a look at this. So Leandre is literally the poster child for what it means to jump in and play all out inside of Actualize. And as he puts here, he's only been here for the last 2 months, but the impact has been massive. And he shared basically what he got out of making the most of the first 30 days. And so before, he was stuck at 5K per month in his business, inconsistent bad habits, late nights, late mornings, no structure, training hard but eating garbage, the axis of evil. I love that. The seed oils, refined sugars, refined flours. Low confidence in dating, spending too much time with the wrong people, 160 pounds, feeling fat, sluggish, and underperforming. Fast forward 2 months in Actualize, we're healthy, consistent habits, regular sleep, and eating windows. 10K month in July from outreach commitment I made here, down to 148 with muscle being put on, which is amazing. And cut the axis of evil completely out using the 90-10 protocol, which is one of the protocols we have inside the community. Energy is higher than it's been in years. And he's built some really good friendships with guys inside. And he's feeling ready to date. Funny enough, he actually just was on a date with someone he met through a buddy of Actualize. So the difference, he says, is commitment. Paying the fee is just the price of entry. The results come from going all in. When I joined, my finances were a mess, and I had just turned 29, staring down another year of underperforming. I couldn't tolerate that idea of hitting 30 in the same place. So I made it a matter of personal honor to make back my investment in multiples and turn myself into one of the best Actualized success stories, and he is doing it. Shout out Leandre. I absolutely love you, brother. So what is he doing? He is devouring all the portal content, especially the Above Men course, a total banger, he puts it. Followed every protocol, especially the 3-day fast and energy reboot protocols. If you guys don't have access to that, let us know, but you should all have access to the energy reboot protocol. This is one of the best protocols in which you can get access to, is as part of your membership. So get in there, get that done. And then he also showed up to almost all of the Sunday clubs and run clubs to again, stay connected, stay moving, stay exercising. He's building real friendships, reaching out to guys. Like, he's constantly finding new guys in the community to reach out to and learn about. And he's asked for help multiple times, gave help, and shared what he's learned. And that is the true power of brotherhood. And so this sums everything up beautifully. Actualize only gives back what you put in. Cool. So, Leandre, I love this. I absolutely love this. And I really think you guys should take this to heart, because this is what it means to show up for yourself and your community. And we're here for you, but only if you're here for yourself. So shout out Leandre on that letter. Love that, man. Love that. Protocol Spotlight of the Week. This is where I'm going to share a quick protocol that you can implement tomorrow, this week. Super easy. And today we're going to go with morning deep work. A lot of you guys I know struggle with staying focused in the morning, and that is a result of likely not knowing what you're doing in the morning, the morning. And two is allowing your phone or other technology come into your space, into your awareness too early on with too much task switching. So what we're going to do here is, one, the night before, identify your most important win for the day. All right, so you want to get clear on the first thing I do when I wake up, once I'm done my morning ritual, etc., is X. You want to think about that ahead of time. You don't want to wake up in the morning and you have to decide on that, first of all, because now you're making these unnecessary decisions. You want to be out of the moment, and you want to look at a kind of from afar, what's the most important thing that I want to do. Next, put your phone on airplane mode and hide from sight upon awakening. So for me, I had it under my bed on airplane mode. I do not see it in the morning. I don't even think about it in the morning, because I don't even need it in the morning or see it. Now, if you're using your phone for your alarm, that is not an excuse. Buy a digital alarm on Amazon. They're like $10, $20. Put it on your side table. If you have a Whoop, use a Whoop, but do not use your phone. That is just a weak excuse to being able to pick up your phone. Next, when you wake up, do your morning ritual to have you in sync, get a first couple wins in place. This gets the ball rolling. For me, it's waking up, it's making my bed, it's going and drinking a liter of water, and then it's meditating. And recently, I've been incorporating learning back in, so 30, 40, 50 minutes of learning, and then I execute on the most important task first without touching my phone the whole time, okay? So you're identifying what the most important thing is. You're putting your phone away on airplane mode and not using it as an alarm. You're getting some quick early wins to get the momentum moving, and then you're executing. And this could be for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is, but nice, deep, uninterrupted work block. That is our morning deep work protocol. And last piece, question of the week, is what's one area of your life where you know you're playing small right now, and what would playing big look like? So as part of the weekly announcements, we're going to drop in the question of the week here. Question of the week. And there we go. So go ahead, give that a think. Ideally, reply in there. And that, gentlemen, is the weekly announcements. Number one, hopefully you enjoyed this. This will be coming at you guys every single week moving forward as we start growing faster with more stuff going on. I want to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of your time here, building the right relationships, and of course, showing up as your best today and forever, gents. Peace.